This is what we're making today. Let's get started. Hello everyone and welcome to Crafting with Delonda. It's me again, Delonda, and thank you so much for joining me today. In today's tutorial, I will be bringing two of my favorite crafting loves together. My love for my Cricut cutting machine and my love for my Ricoma embroidery machine. I will be demonstrating how to use both machines together to create this beautiful design, and I will take you step by step through the full process. At the end of this video, if you find it helpful, please remember to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the bell for notifications because I do upload new content every single week. Now, without further ado, let's get started. The materials I'm using for this tutorial include my Cricut Maker, an 11 by 13 mighty hoop, a green standard grip mat, black Field-Tech bobbin, a black Gildan sweatshirt. I'm using Heat and Bond Light iron-on adhesive. I'm also using Cutaway Stabilizer. This fabric was purchased from Hobby Lobby. I'll use that heat press back there. It's a 16 by 20 auto open Walla press that I purchased from Heat Transfer Warehouse. And the file that I'm using was created by me and it's available in my Etsy shop. The first thing we'll do is go into Cricut Design Space and upload the letters in Grace so that we can let our Cricut cut them out. I am in Cricut Design Space and I'm going to upload the bigger SVG that is included with the file. I'm going to browse and find the file. It's in my documents folder. I'm sure you can't see that right now, but when you download the file, you'll upload the bigger of the two if you're using the same one that I'm using. This one is, it has a width of 10.59 by 4.15. I'm going to click open and you won't be able to see it here, but I promise you it's there. I'm going to click continue and upload, and it doesn't look like anything is there, but I can see the letters right here. And right here, it says the letters are 10.596, and I'm going to verify that that is correct and remove that 6 because I don't need that. So I'll click unlock right here and I will remove the 6 and I'll change that 4.14 to 4.15 and I'll click enter. And I can see there's a line right here. What I suggest you do is go over here to the layers panel and just delete that line. You don't need that. Okay, so now we have the letters GRACE. I'm going to select everything and just attach them. And I'll click make. I'm not going to save this. I don't need to save it. And now I'll go here. Now I am not going to mirror the letters. I'm going to click continue. And my computer is looking to connect to my Cricut Maker. I am using the setting for cotton bonded. So that's what I'll be looking for in my base material. So I'll come over here to browse all materials and just kind of scroll down a little bit in the fabric section. And I'm looking for the setting for cotton bonded. I'll click done. And everything I'll do from here will be back on the camera. Okay, so I've cut a piece of my fabric, and the first thing I'm going to do is just kind of press it a little bit to remove some of these wrinkles. I'm just going to put it here under my heat press and just do like a 5-second press. My temperature is set to 325 degrees. Okay, this is great. All right, I've also cut a piece of the Heat and Bond Light. You can use, I've used the red, the kind that comes in the red package also. So, all right, so now with the Heat and Bond, you'll see one side that it feels rough, and then there's one side that's smooth. The rough side goes against the blank side, or the side that's not pretty, the side of the fabric that's not pretty. So I'm just going to line these two pieces up, and then I'm going to press it to fuse them together. I do have parchment paper on my heat press because I don't want this to get stuck to my heat press. Okay, I'm gonna press that for about 10 seconds. It doesn't take much more than that. Now my fabric is fused to the heat and bond light. Now what I'm going to do is place this face up on the mat. I'm also going to be careful, especially if you're using fabric that has a specific pattern or if it has words. You want to make sure your fabric is facing the right direction. Don't worry about how I know that, okay? All right, so now I have the fabric on the mat, is face up. I'm going to insert this into my Cricut Maker and press the flashing C. Okay, we have our fabric ready. I'm going to press the flashing C, and I will speed this part up. So what I've decided to do is just cut this and work with what I have. I just need to remove these inside pieces. I'll get this all cleaned up and we'll move over to the embroidery machine. I have my sweatshirt hooped. I'm going to put the hoop on the machine. That my arm can go all the way through so I don't stitch the front of my sweatshirt to the back. Now I am going to find the design. I'm selecting the design. I've already selected the hoop. I'm going to select the color, and I want all of my colors to be on red. I will do a trace. Trace the area. Okay, it looks good, but I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do a trace design. Okay, it looks great. So now I will press start. And what should happen is I should get a placement stitch for the word grace. Okay, so we have our placement stitch done, and I did it all in red. Now I'm going to hoop out, and I'm going to grab the letters, and I'll get the letters placed here where they're supposed to go. I'm going to take them away from the backing. So here's my G. I removed it from the backing. I can see the iron-on adhesive here on the back. If your letters cut out like this and they look rough and it bothers you, you can kind of trim it up a little bit with your scissors. I think I'm not going to trim mine because I think the satin stitch is going to cover it. Hopefully it does. If it doesn't, it honestly still won't bother me because I think it's going to look nice. All right, so I'm going to use a little bit of spray adhesive and I'm going to get the letters put down where they should go. Just a very tiny bit, just to keep them in place during the embroidery process. I'm going to spray the back. So here's the R. The R is rough. I'll speed this part. Okay, I have all of my letters in place. I think they look great. And what I'm going to do now is hoop back in. And I will press start so we can continue this process. All right, so I finished that second part. I'm going to hoop out and look at it. I'm a little bit concerned about this right here. Let me let you see that. Because it looks like the A is a little bit off, like I went too far over to the left. So I'm a little bit concerned that that my satin stitch won't catch this, but we're going to keep going and do our very, very best. All right, I'm gonna hoop back in and press start. And what should be next is the satin stitch. I'm gonna speed this part up. Okay, I'm going to hoop it out again so we can look at it. I'm very concerned about this A. Let me move back so you can see it. Very concerned about this A because I went over to the left too far. The E looks great. The C is perfect. The R looks good. The G looks good. It's just that A, because I moved the fabric. I did not move the fabric over far enough to the right, but we're gonna keep going. We have the last part is the saved by. That is in a tatami stitch. I'm going to hoop it back in and we will continue. You can see that I do need to clean it up a little bit. The A, it just didn't do so well right there, but hopefully I can still save it a little bit by just when I press it, it'll press down and I'll clean it up as good as I can. I'm going to cut away around the stabilizer and I'm going to press this and we will be ready to finish up. Okay, I have my sweatshirt on the heat press. I'm just going to do a few second press, maybe 15 seconds. My temperature is not set very high. And this is how it looks. I am going to cut away the stabilizer on the inside. The A is not perfect, but it's not bad either. So I just highly suggest, if you are going to use the letters, that you make sure you do a better job of lining yours up than I did, because you can tell right here that I came down too low with the A. That's why it's lower down here. I should have went up and over to the right. All right, let me clean it up a little bit. While I'm cleaning this up, let me say, hopefully you found this tutorial helpful. If you did, please remember to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the bell for notifications, because I do upload new content every single week. Thank you so much for joining me today, and thanks for watching. Bye.